In his address Sunday night, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell said because of the difficulties brought about by COVID-19, significant financial resources have been made available for various initiatives, including price support payments for cocoa and nutmeg farmers. He said the situation highlights the need for urgent action to address the long-term financial viability of the cocoa and nutmeg associations.
Unfortunately, years of inaction have paralyzed the associations, leading to chronic and acute financial challenges similar to the current situation, which necessitated yet another injection of capital by government to ensure the survival of the associations.
The Prime Minister said the COVID-19 pandemic has illustrated that it cannot be business as usual, as it's a crucial opportunity to modernize the operation of commodity boards.
A successful merger will accomplish this, and most importantly, will allow farmers to be at the forefront. Another long-standing recommendation that government will seek to implement. We expect the merger of the association and the liberalization of the sector to lead to better prices for cocoa and nutmeg farmers, while also allowing them a chance of real ownership and shareholding in the commodity boards, something that does not exist at this time.
During the past week, several voices were raised in opposition to the proposed merger, with some saying the government was seeking to hijack the commodity boards. Former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas has invoked the memory of one of Grenada's most passionate proponents of the agricultural sector, the late Clarence Ferguson.
Reflect on the same thing with the issue with the farmer, that draft bill. I mean, it kind of I don't know if you knew a man named Clarence Ferguson. Clarence Ferguson was a man who always defended the Nutmeg Association since in the days of Gary.
The name sounds familiar.
Yeah, that's Robert Ferguson's father. I said Clarence must be turning in his grave when this bill, when he hears about this bill. Because, I mean, it's the people. This belongs to the farmers. And you have to function in a way that is beneficial to people, not to make life difficult for them or exploit them.
He says people often ignore the issue of trusteeship in the governance process. He says parliamentary representatives in rural communities are not serving as trustees of the farming communities.
If a constituency elect you to represent them, then you should let them know what's going on with the business. You can just come in the dark with a draft bill to take away the powers from the farmers, and you sit down in the parliament and say you're representing farmers. Which farmers are you representing? Which constituency? And most of the constituencies are rural constituencies in Grenada. And I haven't heard one parliamentarian speak out or say or lift a finger in the interests of the farmers of the country. Not one. And that is real sad, because I'm in St. Patrick's, St. Mark's, St. John's, St. Andrews. These are nutmeg and cocoa producing areas. And these MPs should be fighting to defend the farmers' interests. But we don't know whose interests they're representing now. I mean, that is an issue that people have to be raising. Whose interests are they representing?
GBN further dissects the controversy on tonight's Beyond the Headlines program with representatives from the Government of Grenada and representatives of the commodity boards. Joseph McKee-Smith, GBN News.